pimp out your car. Then you pimped out your house. Now you're trying to pimp out the music world. But wait, I can help you with that. Patchwork Cables. They have the finest cables available and they're handmade. Don't forget to use the discount code Asterisk for a 10% discount. Hi, this is Asterisk, and welcome to Wednesday night sound design. So I am working on building a pack of sounds that I'm going to be offering up for free. But in doing so, I want to make sure that I'm putting really good stuff in it. So I'm creating a lot of really cool sounds. Lots of variation in the sounds. Got some modular stuff in there, pianos, strings, that kind of stuff. But also subs. Subs is what I really like making, but also like making them for Sublab. So I'm going to have a Sublab pack out there, and I'm also going to have a Reason Grain pack. I like making like pad sounds with the Reason Grain. It gives me some variation in the background. Those are like kind of layer sounds to use in my productions. So I've been making those, and on top of that, the subs. So I want to show you tonight how I'm making the subs. So the subs have like a bottom sound that it uses as kind of the core. It's like an underlayment of sound. And then on top of that, it has a synth that's using some sort of either an oscillator or an LFO. But I've been kind of switching it up in using Serum to create my core sounds, because it gives you a lot of flexibility with being able to use oscillators, and also it has like a sub waveforms that you can add in there by default, which is actually really cool, because then you can just highly focus just on sub sounds. Add some noise. I like adding noise sometimes, not all the time. It just depends on what I'm trying to do. I've been experimenting with noise, and noise does add an element of tone to the sound, like this sound right here. So I'm not picking just the regular sine wave. This is an analog PWM mini, and this is what it looks like. So it's just a basic, very basic sound. Of course, I've got latency, but that's not from Serum, that's from Ableton. So let me fix that. Okay, there we go. No more latency. Still suffering from the latency problems, guys. I really am. So I knocked down my envelope settings just a little bit. So that's kind of the bass sound that I'm using, and I'm going to record it. Let me get rid of this one. Let me just make sure that everything is right. All right, so I have a sound to work with, and I'll make sure, yep, all right. And then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to delete that. Switching it to this view so that I can edit it a little bit better. I'm going to re-record it in. All right, and now that I have something to work with, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to bump right up against that one, turn off the loop. I'm going to shorten this because I don't need that much of it. All right. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to name it so that I can know when I'm going to look for this track when I dump it. Okay, so now that I have the sound, I'm going to export this out. as a WAV file and make that 1. And the track is called Zap. I'm going to export that into my sound folder here that I'm using. Okay, cool. Make sure that it is there. Okay, nice and buzzy. Let's see. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my Sublab. And I'm going to make a brand new sub patch. And then I'm going to bring over my core file that I'm going to be using. And we're probably not going to use all of that. So I'm going to kind of cut it off right there. Let's see what we've got. Let me turn it up so that we can see what our core sound is sounding like. Ooh, it's got like a little distortion-y sound. I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna turn up the filter for the sound, and I'm going to kind of move around in the waveform screen here, see what I can find. Ooh, that's really nasty. Okay, I'm gonna make it less clicky, and I'm going to probably turn this down just a little bit. Bring that down. I'm gonna turn up the synth tone, go to the synth side, and maybe I don't like the sine wave. Maybe I want to try a triangle. Oh, the square is just ridiculous. Let's see if we can make it work now. But we have to really turn it down. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, now we need to add a little bump to it with the subharmonics. Ooh, that's ugly. That is ugly. Okay, so what can I do to, let's see, let's change the volume a little. Let's see what that does. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, that's an interesting sound. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do with this. We're gonna add, okay, first we're gonna turn it up over here. Let's see what it sounds like over there when we add it. Okay, maybe I don't want to use dark drive. Maybe I want to just make it overdrive. Okay, and we're gonna add, ooh, maybe not so much of that. Okay, and then we're gonna add a little compression, and let's go 49%, and let's change the ratio. Ooh, that's dirty. Alright, let's mess with the filter a little bit more. Maybe I don't want it to be like a low pass. Maybe make it a band. Ooh. Okay, whoa. Now it's getting kind of resonant. resi. Now that sounds out of tune. Okay, let's try high pass. Okay. I don't want it to be super resi. I like the distortion in it. Let's raise the volume back up a little and add a little bit of sustain there. Okay, I think I kind of like that one. So the subharmonics, have them pretty high. Let me bring that down just a little bit. Right, I like that one. All right, so now we got to figure out a name for it. This is like the hardest part of making stuff, is kind of trying to come up with a name, which is really funny. All right, so I named the core file Zap. I don't really want to name it Zap. So what does it sound like to me? So it sounds kind of rumbly. Let's call it the Rumbler. Alright, so now that I've made my sub, I'm going to make a song with this one. So let me do that now.
Getting money, that's a fact. Yeah, bitch, I'll get my shit back. And my bitch be moving crack. Then I crash. Okay, freezer on my neck. Got them diamonds and a check. Stacking paper, that's a fact. Wrap it tight, get it packed.
Well, that's all I've got for this one. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And thumbs up. And I'll see you later.